Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. Stay close to the street. Yeah, you know what is I find interesting, right? Many men seem like they are insulated. Seriously, whenever I see some comments or even hear some men talking, sometimes I wonder, do they actually leave the house? And no joke, seriously, I think there's a lot of men out there who I think they've just pretty much work and then they just come home and they play video games. Like, they really don't know what's going on. And I'm not like trying to jump on them. I'm just pointing out something I observed. There was this tantra master I've talked about a couple times on this channel. His name was Shatam Nitiyama. And some people seen the videos. That's the brother who can wave his hand over a woman and she'll have an orgasm. Multiple orgasms, right? And he got the Indian name and everything. And, he walking around, with his Indian look and everything, right? Even though he a brother. But that dude was also a street dude. And he said something very profound. He said all men need to stay close to the streets. And what he meant by that is just know what's going on out there. Now, see, reason why I thought about this, right? Because, I've been doing a lot of videos lately about average and, average dudes getting women. And I say, it ain't always about what people think of getting the look, women and everything. And people think I'm on some bullshit sometimes. You get those people think I'm bullshitting, but I'm like, dude, everything I know is I've seen it. I'm out there. Some dudes thinking if that average man or something got a woman, he must be paying for it. It must be the money. But if you go through a hood and you see that shit and the dude don't look like he a thug or anything and he got that woman and, got the woman and 3 kids and all 3 of the kids look like him. But he, that dude shopping in a discount store or something, you got to say, well, hold up. She bad as shit. And, dude average. You got 3 kids that look like him and not her. It was shit. Does he have money? And I've seen that. This one sister. Good God. It's like one of those sisters, I don't know her personally, but I know the body. And I've seen her around a couple times, her and her husband. And shit. And I know this dude ain't, the dude don't look like he got money like that. He don't look like a drug dealer or something. But you see that. You see some big dudes who got some kids. Because that's how you know somebody getting something. But you actually out there seeing. You see all of this happening. Because you out there. And that's what the thing I see with a lot of dudes who might have, they'll say, well, it's just this. Or, you just have to be this to get a woman. When I'm like, well, dude, you don't have to believe anything I say. But if you go out there, you'll see it yourself. I've seen some big old dudes and stuff. I remember, when my son was taking karate, right? The oldest son was taking karate, and I was at the thing, it was like a rec thing, one of those rec things, right? And, this big old dude, overweight dude, got his kids there, right? And I saw the kid's mom, and she bad as shit. Now, that particular area, ain't nobody had money like that. It ain't always about the money. I mean, I've known some ugly dudes got about 6 kids and stuff. Look, that dude, this real dude, I don't judge faces, but this dude just looked afflicted, right? That dude had about 6 kids. Well, no, actually, he said 5 kids and a maybe. But still, he was just a regular blue-collar cat. But you know what? I see this stuff because I'm out there. See, too many guys. It's a shame with men. I mean, I can understand it with women, but men need to get out there. If you're a dude, you need to hit it. Even if you upper class, middle class, you know what? Go find a barbershop in the hood or something and chill. Go find a barbershop. I actually knew a cat like that, making 6 figures, but he would go to the hood and everything to see what's going on and everything. And in fact, his crazy ass, even though he was a little bougie and everything, he had some hood qualities. But he knew what was going on because he got out there. You know, sometimes you gotta go out. You know, sometimes you know what I'll do. Sometimes I'll just drive, and people know I'm outside of Baltimore. You know, I'll hit some place like Security Mall or something for the Baltimore people, or you know, I'll go like down there by North Avenue for some things. You know, like there's actually a bookstore down that area for people in Baltimore. Y'all know about North and Penn and all of that, right? Sometimes I'll just drive through there or something. You know, especially since there's a bookstore down there, everyone's place for, you know, the more conscious heads that are on here, right? But you'll see everything. Sometimes I just go through. If you hang out in enough places, you'll see everything. In fact, I know a lot of dudes that co-sign me is because they've seen it. You know, you'll see like that average dude who got the 14 kids and stuff. And you know he ain't no hustler or anything. In fact, you know he don't even got a job because that's a low, like especially in the hood, that's a low level hustle anyway. You get some dudes, they ain't pretty boys or anything, but they just got enough game to know which women are going to be receptive to them, and shoot, they just have several baby mamas they can stay with. They just got to rotate between them, right? But you got to be out there to see that. You know, and you just know what's going on and stuff. You know what's happening out there. You know, a lot of dudes getting this shit from the internet. I'm like, you know, that's cool on one level, or social media, but see what's actually happening. See who's going to do anything, right? See, one thing with me, right? I've always been blessed, and I'm going to say blessed, to be able to travel in different groups. So I can go in that group where, you know, I can go out there and talk to somebody like straight in the hood and just have a conversation with them, or since we're in the hood, conversate with them. Y'all know that ain't really a word though, but anyway, conversate with them, right? And then, you know, go someplace else, maybe a little bit more upscale, and, you know, have an interesting dialogue with somebody about the state of today's economy. You know, you just gotta go out there. Any man needs to go out there. See, one thing with men, and let me get into the natural blueprint of things, right? The woman's nature ain't really to be running the streets anyway, or being out there. If you get a woman who's doing that too much, you need to kind of leave her alone. You know, if your woman's out there too much, that's a good sign she might be on some hoe shit. If she out in the streets and stuff just like she a dude or something, right? But a woman's real nature is to be more in the home and everything, you know, to be more domestic. And, you know, forget all that politically correct stuff. A woman's built to be more yin, which means active. But a man is built to be out there exploring. You know, we built to go out there and hunt, to go figure out shit. You know, sometimes just drive through some shit. I mean, if you got to drive through there, like I said, if it's good, if you can find a good barbershop in the hood. Like I say, if you're in an upscale barbershop, don't change your barber, because that's... your barbers, that's your therapist anyway. You know, you need somebody to know your head. Like my barber know if my head lean over a little bit, he know to tip it back, you know. But yeah, get out there, man. Get out there. It's like, hey, look, I get a lot of people who hear what I say, or hear what anybody say on there. You hear what any of the dating folks say or whatever, and they don't, you know, they like, it's hard for them to believe it because they don't get out. But get out. You'll see everything. You know? If you want a job or something, if you want a type of job and you got somebody who might be a little hood or something like that, talk to them. Just be like, hey, what's up? Be friendly to them. They'll tell you some shit. You know, find out. Pay attention whatever environment you in. You know, that's whether you a blue-collar cat. Well, blue-collar cats tend to do that anyway. Or if you're a professional. But, you know, get out the room. Because, you know, seriously, and that's a real issue. That's a real issue. There's a lot of men who really are just, they not going out there. They're not exploring. You know, they got the video games. They good. Some of them even taking pride in that. But, nah, get your ass out. Join the gym. See what's up. Find where the clubs are if that's your thing. The bar, pool hall if you play pool. You know, get out, get someplace where you can just soak up game. And the game I'm talking about in this case is just life. You know, especially for some younger cats, man. You know, don't be afraid of it. Shit. I'm gonna tell you what. some of the best shit I've just learned in life are just being in some places, Yo, cause man, y'all know I got some stories. Just knowing what's up, how people gonna roll, how people in a particular area, shoot. Dude, like this drug dealer told me this one time, and he was right though. He said he would go through certain like bad neighborhoods and stuff just so they get used to his face. So like when he just walk through there, they ain't gonna be bothering him, because you go through some hoods or something, they don't know you. Somebody gonna say something to you. But he said, nah, I just go. He was telling me about this bad neighborhood near where we were at. He was just like, yeah, I just go through there so they can get used to my face. I was just like, damn. But that dude knew what was up and stuff, right? And some hood, Judy gave hood folks see everything. Like, this is one young lady I used to work with. I used to always tell her, I said, she was hood. Like, one of those, like, good type of hood, though. Like, she was trying to get the fuck out of there and shit, but she had the tats and everything, but you could tell real pretty, but just trying to get the fuck out of there. But one thing I peeped with her is, like, she saw everything. The job we were on, she peeped everything. She one of those, I ain't even bother, you couldn't even try to bullshit her because she already peeped your shit, right? But men have to be that way, though. Men have to see everything. Men have to get out of their comfort zone. I talked about that before in a video. I don't care where you grew up, whether you grew up like Cliff Huxtable or or you grew up like Mike from The Wire. You gotta get out there and see what's up. You gotta know stuff, And then you don't have to be hanging out in the streets and shit, but drive through, shit, stop in some stores in the hood or something, just listen, just soak it up, just pay attention, And, when it's come to my attention, you get some cats who might not grow up like that. They scared to go through. Nah, you get over that shit, because you never know when you have to be there, right? And shoot, in a hood could be a affluent neighborhood, really. Drive through there, see what's up. Yeah, you can actually expand your mind if you like stop in a coffee shop or a bookstore in an affluent neighborhood. Seriously, that's something to do too. Like, if you this for the hood cats who might be listening, you know what, just drive through sometime. Drive through the neighborhood, just look around. Don't slow down too much, because if they ain't recognize your car, it's just like you in the hood. Instead of calling Junior and Boo Boo in them, they'll call the actual Popo. So, but drive through, get an idea, go through the stores and stuff. Because that's one thing I'll do today. If I'm in the neighborhoods look real affluent, I'll stop and just I'll go through the stores and just kind of look at people just to get an idea. You want to get to the point like you can go any place and be comfortable. Any man should be able to do that. Any man should be able to go any place and be comfortable with who he is and be able to hang out. And on a practical level, that'll turn the fuck on most women, because they want to feel like any man they are walking with is comfortable. All right. So you know what? Stay close to the streets, y'all. Anyway, that's it for today. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.